Thanks for joining us for today's Northern Ag TV. At the end of last week, Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon announced the completion of the Cowboy State Agriculture Initiative Working Group's final report. Now, if you recall back late in October, the governor announced the Cowboy State Ag Initiative Working Group at the halftime of the Wyoming Cowboys Agriculture and Energy Day football game, ensuring that agriculture remains the backbone of Wyoming's culture and economy for generations to come.
Our ranchers and farmers are getting older, and younger ones are having a devil of a time getting started. That's why I created the Cowboy State Agriculture Initiative and organized it around members with hands-on experience who represent our agricultural industry in all levels. I've charged this committed group to focus on three things: strengthening agriculture, helping young farmers and ranchers start or maintain family operations, and expanding markets for our products.
Now we'll dive into the final report of the Cowboy State Ag Initiative Working Group after a word from our TV sponsor.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.
Governor Mark Gordon and the Cowboy State Agriculture Initiative Working Group released their final report at the end of last week. Now, the initiative exists to ensure the future of agriculture in Wyoming by promoting the lifestyle through education, policy, and protection. In the final report, the objective of the initiative is providing opportunity for young professionals to enter the industry and ensure that existing industry members have the necessary tools to adapt in an ever-changing world. Now, there were four main areas of discussion that were identified by the Ag Initiative, including farm and ranch financing, water, education, and succession planning. In the farm and ranch financing section, the group addressed the issue of access to capital for new producers and existing producers. Now, there are several federal and state programs that exist to help the beginning farmer and rancher, such as the USDA's Young and Beginning Producer Loan. But the group stated in the report that research will continue to help explore ways to make state program interest rates more competitive and, of course, restructuring of loans to reflect true income and expenditures in the ag industry. Now, water, of course, is a major point of discussion in the Cowboy State, like aging infrastructure and water policy. The working group will review previous legislative discussions regarding infrastructure and funding accounts with the Wyoming Water Development Office. Now, as far as education, Wyoming Agriculture in the Classroom has created a number of curricula to help the Wyoming school systems teach agriculture. However, most of those curricula are centered around elementary students. The working group would like to work with the legislature to develop a voluntary curriculum at the K-12 level focusing on agriculture and natural resources, while establishing a program at state or local levels recognizing schools that excel in ag education. The report also states working with the University of Wyoming and other community colleges to create a trust or funding package to support Wyoming's land grant mission. And finally, the report does dive into the conversation of succession planning and family business succession planning, which, as we all know, is one of the biggest issues in the agriculture industry. The importance of succession planning for the benefit of the industry is critical. The Ag Working Group will work to develop a catalog of resources for succession planning for producers and families, while working with federal partners to highlight successful ways in which diversifying operations have benefited the longevity of family operations. Now, you can view the full final report of the Cowboy State Ag Initiative Working Group at the Wyoming Department of Agriculture webpage, agriculture.wy.gov. For the Northern Ag Network, I'm Colton Young.